Hi guys, John from Pocknells. Just want to do a video about the furlough. We've obviously had a few more details come through on the new furlough scheme. So just to be clear, we're in November at the minute, we're in the second lockdown. This is probably our 6th or 7th video on the furlough, but this is from November onwards, so November 20 onwards. So I asked for some notes from my payroll team about the new furlough scheme, and to be honest with you, I've got about 6 pages of A4. I've tried to pick out the key points because I'm sure that everyone's sort of going to have furlough overload. But basically, I think the gist of it is this is getting more and more complicated, and there's more and more deadlines to make sure that you get the returns in on time. So let's start. So I think the first point to make about the furlough scheme is it doesn't matter if you haven't used it before, you can still use the furlough scheme now. So that's you as an employer or any of your employees. Anyone can go on the furlough scheme now. The main rule is they had to be employed on the 30th of October and there had to be an RTI submission, which is a real-time information submission, submitted before the 30th of October. Now that's a slight problem because most RTIs would go in at the end of the month when you pay your staff, and the 30th of October is going to catch some people out that were employed basically through the month of October. That said, it does open up opens up for a lot of other people who started their businesses in, say, February, March, that maybe missed out on the first furlough scheme because they didn't have the RTIs in place for the first furlough scheme. So now they are involved, they can now furlough. So I think, like always, there's going to be some winners and there's going to be some losers in this. You can still use the full and flexible furlough. So again, if you've got employees working for you part-time, so they're coming in 2 days a week and 3 days a week you need them furloughed, you can use that. So that's still there. Again, you need to make sure that you confirm in writing with your employees what you are doing with them. So if you're going to furlough them part-time, if you're going to furlough them full-time, you need to confirm this in writing. It needs to be confirmed with your employees. I guess one of the very big changes to the new furlough scheme, if that's what it's called, I don't even know what it's called anymore, but I guess one of the big changes is there is a monthly deadline now. So basically there is a deadline for submitting that return. It has to be submitted on the 14th day after the return period, unless that falls on a weekend, just to complicate matters even more. But basically, let's just go with the 14-day rule. If you're doing the November claim, it's got to be submitted by the 14th of December. So that's a very important thing. And HMRC have said that they're not going to pay claims that are received late. So that's crucial, especially for a company like us that run hundreds and hundreds of payrolls. We need to get the data in as soon as possible. We need to start processing them because they are taking a long time for a lot of staff members. Holiday pay still needs to be topped up the same as previously. If someone's taking holiday on furlough, you're meant to top it up to the 100%. You still need to do that. I guess you need to let your payroll providers know. The other thing is you can currently furlough people that are on redundancy notice period. Now I think that's being reviewed. I believe there's going to be more details coming out end of the month or early December, but currently you can still do that. Yeah, more legislation, that's going to be good. And then, so finally, I think from the 4 pages of information I was given, the final point I took out was I don't believe there's going to be a job retention bonus at the moment. That seems to have been pushed down the road, and I guess more details will be given, but it's definitely been suspended for the time being. So that was the £1,000 for every furloughed employee that you brought back. At the moment that seems to be, I don't know if it's disappeared or whether it's going to come back at a later date, who knows. I think that's it, really brief. I know that was kind of a whistle-stop tour of the 4 pages that I had. Yes, if you've got any questions, please give us a call. We can definitely answer them for you. I think the key to this is to make sure you get to get everything lined up as soon as possible, to get all the information to whoever's processing your payroll so that they can make the claims. So for any of our clients that haven't made a claim previously, we need your bank details, we need you on our agent area. You know, we've got previous videos on what we need to be able to do this, but I think the key part of it is if you're furloughing someone for the first time and you're one of our clients, then please contact us, and we can just make sure we've got everything in place so that we can meet this 14-day deadline. Thank you very much. I hope that was useful, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. Thank you.